Hello, today I am going to tell you how to do some typical designs of Fulkari embroidery. So Fulkari embroidery is famous in Punjab and Haryana. These are some typical designs of Fulkari embroidery that are usually done. They can be done on dupattas, on cushion covers, many other things. So what you need is a cloth. I fixed it on the embroidery ring so that you can stretch the cloth, and you have to fill these areas with the thread. Here I have taken the embroidery thread, anchor thread. This is thick. If you have this, you can use this. If you do not have, you can also use silk thread, but silk thread is thin, so I have taken double layer, so double on both the sides. So that means I have 4 lines of thread here, and I put a knot at the end. So I took double thread and I put it through the eye of the needle. I pulled it and put a knot. So now there are 4 layers. If you do not have silk thread also, you can do the same thing with the regular stitching thread that we get. So now I'll show you how to do with the embroidery thread. I've taken the needle from the center. Now we have to fill up this area. In this design, I'm going to fill up alternate areas with one color and the other alternate areas with second color. So you just have to stitch it in a long stitch, like we do running stitch, just up and down, the same way. So I'll go cross from here and then come back from here, just beside this. Pull it, you'll have a line. Same way, put it through this point, come back. So just follow this line and this line, and you have to fill it. If you don't want to do this, you can also, instead of coming back from here itself, you can take a little bit of cloth and pull it out from here and then come back. Here also take a little bit of cloth and pull it. In this method, you can use a little less thread as compared to if you take it in long stitch like this. You'll have thread at the back also. So if you stitch it in the second way that I said, there will be no thread at the base. More thread will be in the front. So in the same way, keep stitching it like this. Come to this line, little bit of thread, pull it. Come back to this line, little bit of cloth, pull it. Don't pull it too much. If the cloth is delicate, if you pull the thread too much when you're stitching, it might tear. So be careful about this. Just pull it enough so that the thread is not loose. So I will fill this part. Now I am done stitching the second part also in the same way. Now I'll put a knot at the back. How to put a knot? Take a little bit of cloth. With this thread, put 2 loops around it and pull it. You will get a knot, and then you can cut it off. Now I'll show you how to stitch with the silk thread. Fulkari designs are done with nice bright colors. So select dark bright colors like this. Now I'll do this section. You can start either from the center or from this edge. So I'm starting from the center. Pull the thread. And the same way you need to stitch it like this. Take a little bit of cloth here, pull, same way go back, little bit of cloth here just beside it, pull it. If you're not very comfortable with this, you can easily go back like this. From here you go back to this place. So in the same way I will continue this and fill this part. Always use bright colors for Fulkari. It's just long stitch from this end to the other end. It's very easy to make. Now in this we were doing just one section at a time. You can also do both these sections at the same time. Now start from here, this top end, and go to the other side end and remove it through this line at the center. This is called as the Y stitch. It looks like a Y. And then you pull it down and put a stitch here. Same way, go back to this point, keep the loop towards the base of the design, bottom of the design, bring the needle here and remove it from the center. Then put a stitch just beside it so that you lock this V shape. Same way, so this is 1, 2 and 3. Point 1, point 2 and point 3. So from point 1, point 2 and then point 3 at the center. And the second stitch has to be below this V, just below the V. Same way, continue and fill this. If you are using just one color for both the sections, then this is an easy way to do it faster. Bring it down here. So point 1, point 2 and then point 3. Lock this down. Again point 1, point 2 and point 3. So like this you can fill up this part if you want to fill it up in a single color. This is an easy and quick way. Now we'll put a knot at the. Now I'm using blue color for this design. I'm doing the opposite sides in the same color. Start from the center, same way, just long stitch. Bring it here, just beside this. Then bring it back. Bring this back and forth and complete the filling. Always stretch the cloth on the frame, because if it is not stretched, the stitch will not be even. It might get pulled on the cloth. So it's just simple long stitch. It's just the design that is unique to this Fulkari design. Now I'll do another color here. So I have completed this in alternate colors by doing one section at a time. Here I have done two sections at a time and I've completed it. The same way I've done this pink color also by doing this whole section at a time. This is just plain long stitch. I've used this regular long stitch to complete this. I'll complete the last one now. And then I will complete the pink one also. Is done in green. We'll put a knot at the back. Let's do the pink one. Start from this end. As I said, in this also, the counting goes 1, 2 and 3. So this is 1, this is 2 and this will be 3. The loop has to be downwards. And put another stitch from below this line. Come back here. Again in the same way. This is the Y stitch. You can do both the sections at the same time here. This is faster. You can use this when you're doing both these sections with the same color. Only if it is different color, you can't use this Y stitch. But otherwise, when you're using the same color, you can use the Y stitch and do it faster. This is the last stitch. And we'll put a knot at the back. Now, see, these are the basic Fulkari design embroideries that we can easily do.